Well, hello everyone. My name is Steve Mackel, head coach of the Soul Runners Marathon and Half Marathon Training Program. We're down here at Long Beach at Marina Vista Park, and what separates us from all the other marathon training groups is that first of all that we teach you chi running, and second of all we incorporate yoga, and third of all our whole focus first is safety, second is fun, and third is making sure you get across that finish line and hopefully in the time that you want to get across it. But we really have to focus on safety first and fun second, because those make the program really what it is. Combined with the chi running, where we're going to teach you biomechanics of running, so you're just not going to get out there and do this. We're going to teach you how to run properly, and that's a huge benefit. And then the yoga isn't just about stretching, it's also incorporating strength. So we incorporate strength around the joints, so the joints get strong, just don't get hypermobile. But then there's also the flexibility stage in the yoga as well. So we have this very well-rounded program. We meet every Saturday. We meet all through the spring and summer here in Long Beach, and then we move up into San Pedro for the winter, because we like to get on the trails too. There's a lot of benefits of running on trails as well as streets. We're here for you. Let me know how I can help you. Just go to soulrunners.net, SoCalRunning.com, and you'll be able to find us real easy. Look for our shirts.
All right.
Right, we want, one thing about tapering is we're trying to just rebuild everything, so we go into the race with our tanks totally topped.
Yeah, hi, my name is Gary. I'm one of the head coaches at Soul Runners here in Long Beach. This is our 4th year of helping runners do marathons and half marathons. And I think one of the unique things about our program is we put a lot of emphasis on actual running instruction, the biomechanics of running. The big system that we use is chi running, and why Steve and I got interested in this quite a few years ago was that, well, most people when they go out to start a running program or train for a marathon or half marathon, or they just put some shoes on and they go out their door to go running, well, they don't really have ever had any lessons in running. And it's like, if you think about it, if you were going to go play tennis, the first thing that you would want to go do is you want to make sure that you go get some tennis lessons. And the reason why you want to go get some tennis lessons is so that you don't like swing out an arm, or you don't swing out an elbow, or you don't get like you know, some kind of tendonitis problems, and ultimately so you can hit the ball better and you can enjoy the game more. And it's the same thing with running, I think, is once you actually get some instruction on how your feet should land, what you should be doing with your knees, how your legs should be moving, what you should be doing with your arms, and how you should actually like be moving forward in kind of a more efficient way, then running becomes a lot more enjoyable, and you get a lot faster, and you're actually able to run for longer and longer distances with less energy expenditure, so you can kind of relax and you can run with a big smile on your face, and you can have good conversations with people, and ultimately you can finish your marathon and your half marathon. And that's a big thing that Steve and I coach here at Soul Runners, is we actually teach people how to run with using a system called chi running. And it's also another big thing that I find that runners really need to do that they don't do sometimes, is get enough adequate stretching in after their run. Even when you're using a great system like chi running, when you get back from a long run, your hamstrings you'll find are a little bit tight, the calves are a little bit tight, and also a lot of runners, they get a lot of compression in their lower back. From the actual kind of impact of running. And unless you stretch that out really good after your run, then what happens is you're really tight for a couple days, and then eventually what happens is that tightness just builds up to a point where it results in injury. So what we do is, after we get back from a long run, we go through a good 30 minutes to an hour of yoga. And a lot of our runners, they say just within an hour after they get back from a run, they actually feel like they didn't even run at all. And that's after like running for like 2 or 3 hours, sometimes up to like 20 miles, 22 miles. And the other big thing that we've been doing lately too is we've been putting a lot of emphasis on nutrition. And because if you're gonna, basically when you're running for a half marathon or a full marathon, you're basically training like a high-level athlete. And sometimes I think marathoners don't realize that. So we realized about a year ago that we really needed to put a lot more emphasis on nutrition. So we went out and we interviewed probably who I think is the person that knows more about nutrition than probably anybody in America, Gary Null. And so we actually interviewed him, and he put together a specific 5-week nutrition protocol for runners. So now we have runners doing all kinds of interesting things like protein shakes in the morning. They're doing getting high amounts of chlorophyll with green powders in their diet every day. They're getting lots of antioxidants, and they're doing all kinds of interesting things like using red powders, which is like powdered fruits, which helps the cells rebuild. So with this combination of things here at Soul Runners, we've got people that are basically running and they're recovering, almost within hours, and certainly by the end of the weekend. So we're really excited about, I think, what we're putting together here, and I think it's kind of cutting edge what we're doing in terms of trying to put together, I think, what I think is the most advanced running program probably in the area, if not the United States. So come out and join us, and it's great. Either you're in your first marathon, or you're an advanced runner and you kind of want to reduce injury and learn a little bit more about nutrition. All these things kind of help. So come join us, and you'll have a great time, and you'll certainly learn some things.
Sweet.